Long ago in a small village, there used to be a humble and nice bamboo cutter. He would wake every day and walk through the forests with his tools to cut bamboo and sell it. One day, as he wandered through the woods, he noticed an extraordinary looking thing, and it was a bamboo stalk that was shining like nothing he had ever seen. So he decided that he would go over and cut it. As he was cutting it, one of the most surprising and amazing things happened to him, as he realized that what he was uncovering was a beautiful princess that was sent from somewhere inside of the bamboo stalk. He brought her home to his wife, and they decided to raise the girl as their daughter. They named her Kaguya-hime, the princess. Now, from that moment on, their lives were filled on with a lot of joy. Eventually, within a couple of months, Kaguya-hime grew to be a beautiful princess, just the most astonishing in the whole empire. Eventually, Taketori realized that every time he would cut a bamboo stalk, he would find a piece of gold inside. And with these riches, they ended up buying a beautiful palace, and the whole empire and city realized that they were now a family of power. But as her beauty became known, soon word spread of it around the city. Noblemen and princes rushed forward, trying to give her riches, places to stay, promising everything that she could possibly think of. But instead of just straight up picking a man, she told her parents, "I don't want to marry, I want to be with you guys." Instead of marrying, she decided to give each one of the noblemen a task. To the first man, she said, "You have to go to the Buddhas and find a begging stone bowl. Come back with it and tell me, then maybe I will marry you." To the second man, she said, "Go to the fabled lands of Horai and find me the jeweled branch from the golden trees." To the third man, she said, "Fetch me a robe made from the fur of the fire rats deep within the caverns." Each one of these tasks was impossible, but none of these noblemen thought it was. Each one of these men came back with the items that she supposedly had told him to get. All these princes and noblemen tried as best as they could, except that even the emperor wanted to be with her. So he approached her and promised her all of the luxury she could possibly think of. Anything, nice palaces, beautiful horse carriages, anything that she would want. But she said, "I'm sorry, Emperor, I cannot marry you even if you give me whatever I want, because I am not of this world. I'm not supposed to be here." Her words confused him. He wasn't aware or nor sure of what it is that she was trying to say by not being from this earth, but he respected her. Slowly but surely, Kaguya-hime's parents started noticing that she would occasionally go out into the moonlight at night, staring up into the moon with sadness and sorrow just growing from her eyes. Sitting and gazing up there for hours, they weren't sure what was going on. So one evening, Taketori asked Kaguya-hime, "Daughter, what is it that brings you so much sorrow and sadness when it is a moon full in the night?" Kaguya-hime's eyes filled with tears as her father asked her this question. She realized she had to tell them something that she had not told them for a long time. She was not from this earth, so she went, "Mother and father, I was sent here for reasons I cannot explain, nor do I remember why. I just know that my time in earth is ending and that soon enough I will be going back to where I belong." Our parents were heartbroken. They said, "No, you can't be taken away from us. You're our daughter. We've raised you." Kaguya-hime understood their pain. So she said, "I understand. You've taken care of me. You've raised me. And you've taken all of your life to try to make sure that I am okay and I have everything that makes me happy. But the moon is calling me, and it is now my time to go soon." The night of the full moon arrived, and this is when Kaguya-hime was to depart from earth. Beautiful, brilliant lights falling from the sky, celestial processions just descending from the heavens, figures dressed in glowing robes and armors slowly found Kaguya-hime being surrounded by the villagers. This would not try to stop them though. Villagers, as much as they wanted to, these beings were from another world, something that would never interact with humans. We had a little bit of an inconvenience and we had to switch our location. But as I was saying, her father cried out, "Please do not take her. That is our daughter." The celestial beings looked at Taketori and said, "I'm sorry, but she's not of this world, and she has to come with us because her time is coming soon." So Kaguya Hime turned, tears streaming down her face towards her mother and her father. She said, "I am sorry that I have to leave, but trust me that you will always be in my heart." She embraced them one last time as the celestial beings placed a majestic robe on her shoulders, with all of her memories fading away and her sorrow finally lifting from her eyes. The villagers watched in silence as Kaguya entered the chariot of light and disappeared slowly into the moonlight as the sun was rising. From that night on, they looked out the window, and every time they saw the moon, they would feel the grief that they felt from when she left. Their hearts growing heavy, railing from their love, their age coming to an end, their gold meant nothing to them anymore. Everything was just meaningless. They had nothing to give them happiness as Kaguya Hime did. They now resided every single day on Earth looking up at the moon, hoping that she would come back one day. And so the tale of the bamboo cutter and the moon princess lives on. Love, loss, and beauty of the moments that go away from us under the fleeting moonlight sky. The end.